I only saw Sir Cheese and L Killer, and they came when I called them. So who else missing?
Okay, who else? Let me
Yeah,
see.
no, everyone else is here.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna start it off with you guys. I'm gonna let you guys talk. So, Sir Cheese, I know you new to the faction. Can you tell me what you like about the army right now and what you dislike about the army?
Damn, y'all put me in the hot seat.
This a free room for you to say whatever you need to say. I just want to hear everybody's opinion right now.
I what I like about the army, it is some solid, people, I should say, such as unknown, people that help out. If you help out, you know who you are. But it's some people that just don't do nothing. That's what I don't like. And I don't know. I don't really know. And I feel like it's biased. It's a little biased sometimes. I ain't gonna lie.
What you feel is biased.
Um, I'm not gonna lie. My second day, like somebody was a general was defending somebody shooting me. So something like that. Certain people stick up for certain people. That's how I feel.
Okay. And that's your only concern?
Nah.
Okay.
I'm concerned about. I'm not gonna lie. It's some rules that some people just don't know, and I feel like we're not all like on the same page with the rules.
Let's speak about it.
Such as believe like you shouldn't wear a vest on vacation. Certain little things like that. There's little rules that I haven't heard that been implemented over here for real.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. NRP, I did talk to admin about it, and they said that that's always been a rule. So I guess we've been breaking it the whole time. So there's no more getting vest on vacations.
But that's it. I don't like it's good people here, but I don't know. I don't really know too much. Probably like my third, fourth day.
Okay, that's why I asked you first, because you new to the faction and your opinion matters.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sir Keon, can you tell me what you like about the military and what you dislike?
Please don't be AFK. Please.
That would
And
be anticlimactic. I'm not even gonna lie.
Sir Hobart, I feel you.
maybe,
Because
maybe he doesn't like being put on the spot. Sir Hobart.
I'm not putting anybody on the spot. I'm actually going to go one by one and I'm going to ask everybody because right now I just want to know why we fractured. So I want to hear everybody's opinion. Everybody in this room has something to say. So I want to hear it right here and right now. But since Sir Keon is not responding, um, Sir Brody, can you tell me what you like about the Army and what you dislike?
With all due respect, I have no comment at this time.
Okay, cool. Mr. Codex.
well, for me, one thing that I do like about the army is just the feeling of family. The fact that like we actually try to make the space better
Sorry.
every day in our own little ways. We also try to work through things, but as it relates to things that I dislike, So to touch first base, not everyone is really respecting rule number four. Not everyone is really respecting rule number four, which is respecting everyone, which would mean you, even if you are a gen, you should respect a recruit and you should hear them out
Absolutely.
as well, right? I don't think that if someone is pointing something out to you that you're doing, you shouldn't be giving them an attitude. You should just do the right thing. Because even when I was a recruit, just because I used to be an MG and know everything on base, I will not be talking back and being like, "Oh, bro, I know what I'm supposed to do, whatever, whatever." Yeah, I might like point it out, like, you don't really have to pay much attention to me because I know what I'm doing, right? But I'm gonna do the right thing at the end of the day. And in addition to that, I also think that we should have a situation or a system where people aren't using your rank to place you in raids. They should actually use your ability, which is why I think that we should have trainings where we actually keep statistics and we know what everyone can do at the end of the day. Because if you're gonna put, for example, me in mid, that's a waste of putting someone there. Put me at Westgate or something, so I can try to hold them off until everyone's ready to get them in mid. And that's just me using myself as an example, because we all know we have a lot of people that can shoot and will shoot when they need to. In addition to that, I think that in raids, we have too many people running around willy nilly, standing in the open, doing all of that, knowing full well that they're going to be down on the ground for 2 minutes. So that contributes to us losing raids as well. And also, the recruits need to know how to do callouts on top of RT. The moment they get into the army, and this is not even to pressure any of you guys that are hiring specialists, because you guys do a wonderful job, but I think that once you get them in the suit, and I think this is also why we should slow down the hiring days as well. I don't think a full 5 day like hiring is necessary, especially since we have to take time with each of the recruits. So I think when we do hire recruits, once they get that suit, base tour, we run over everything that they're supposed to do. We talk about their raids. We get them to AP. We see what they can do and all of that. We teach them how to tase on the spot. We show them everything that they need to know when it comes onto a raid. We tell them the times for raids. We do all of that. And I'm not saying you guys don't do it. I'm just saying that there should be more personalization as it relates to that. Say, for example, let me see here. For example, Ma'am Carolina would have hired me, right? Yeah, I completely understand that, because admins have said that it's all like all week. And I'm sorry about that, but I think we need to rework that, because doing the hiring like that is only going to give us like lower quality hiring. So say for example, Ma'am Carolina is the one that hired me, which she was, but you hire me and you aren't able to give me that type of personalization, like codex, this is what you're supposed to do on the base, this, that, you have to do that every single day and just do a bleak rundown of that. And I think this is also where most of the gens need to assist as well. It's not only like to have on a pretty suit and not really be doing much, and I'm not saying that every gen does that, but most of them that I've seen so far that aren't really online either, that's what they're doing. They're just in a pretty suit. They should be able to be like, hey, ma'am unknown, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Hey, ma'am Sophia, that's what you're supposed to be doing. This, that. If you have any questions, ask me. I'm always available. This, that, and the third. Try to check on each member. Because your job as a leader is to make sure everyone is in the right place that they need to be and everyone knows what they're doing. But I'm gonna pass up like the mic or whatever, because I've been talking for a while now and I could go on for hours about situations on the base. So my bad.
And it's finally good to hear people talk, because every briefing that we have, nobody says anything. Even when I say, is there something for you guys just want to talk about or bring up or any ideas? I maybe get three people that say something, but no one has ever spoke up like that. I'm just gonna you know, so it's finally good to hear people say, or put like forward what they think and how they feel. Like it's good to start hearing stuff, um we haven't really been getting it every meeting that we have. Like people don't really speak, like, so it's good to know that, you know and yeah, we do need more activeness. We really, really do, which is why this next week, it will be all day hiring, for HS and anybody that wants to be a part of it. If you don't, that's fine. I'm not tripping. We've been doing it. We've hired a few new people. Um, we're gonna go out tonight and recruit more people. Um, Sir Spliff, right after this, he'll be getting hired. He's gonna be joining our faction as well. Um, I need to see more people, or we need to see more people. We need to see, a lot more hands on deck. It's being We're burnt, you guys. We're burnt, and we just need everybody to put in and do what they're supposed to. Like I said, if you
Memes, your
can't,
mic
please
isn't
relay the
working right now.
messages, so we can, work with it, adequately. That's all we're saying. That's why we're reaching out to you guys. And for the people that are here, thank you for coming. Like, it's really appreciated.
Okay, ma'am Sophia, can you tell me what you like about the Army and what you dislike?
Okay. So well, most of y'all already know me. Y'all know how my personality is. I'm usually really bipolar, but I'm usually just a goofy person, right? So I love the whole like family aspect with y'all. I love the connections and the individual like conversations I have with everyone. Um it just makes my day, you know. And, seeing like I don't know about y'all NRP, but like these characters look so goofy to me. So every now and then I'll just look and just start laughing. Like that's the type of person I am. Um, but before I answer that second question, I do have a question. I have a question myself. Miss East, what is your goal for this military? Like what do you want for everyone? That type of thing.
What I would like is everybody to be active and fulfilling their job duties. I want people to be able to come on base and RP. You know, a lot of us get off from, get onto this game to RP. In RP to like whatever they're going through, want to come to a peaceful place where they can just chill, do what they got to do, and just big back and be boo. And I just want a more constructive base. Not so much toxicness and not so much, drama or chaos. Like that's not what anybody wants to come on the base and see, or come on the base and have to deal with. Like no one wants that. So I just really want the base to come together and be here for each and every person. And if someone don't understand something, another soldier reach out and reach that helping hand out, and be there. That's it. That's all. Like I don't even want too much from you guys. I just want you guys to be here and do your job duties, so we can all communicate, all be here together, laugh, play, whatever the case may be. Like in RP, I've been RPing for a year, and I ain't never ever in my whole year of RPing in RP had to deal with anything like this. Like never. And this is just really chaotic and toxic, and it's getting really, really bad.
No, yeah. I mean we were both there when all that stuff went down the first time. And like it's just circling back. I can feel it, at least not in the way where it's like um because the last time around NRP, for those of you that were there and witnessed everything when Miss Peaches was in FG position, um a lot of people were power hungry. Everyone was racing for those general suits, all that other stuff, and it's like it was disgusting. Personally, that's the way I think. Now it's like it's not power hungry, but it's definitely like something toxic. Like it's like Mr. Codex was saying about not what did he say? Not favoritism. He said something like targeting in a sense or like biased things. Yeah, like that's 100% agreeable. I feel like we can all definitely agree about that. And it should be worked out because it's excuse well no I'm not gonna curse. I remember what you said, Miss East. It's it's just baloney. I'm gonna say baloney, okay? Um, it's unacceptable. I feel like we're all grown adults, especially for 18 and plus, right? We should all be on the same page. We should all be, working together because we are a quote unquote team. We are quote unquote soldiers, generals, etc. Right? But there's always drama and there's always this conflict. So what to do to resolve that? I don't know. I feel like we should all bump heads, figure that out together, but it's always this little conflict of someone wanting to one up and like those nasty little like comments, um, about like if someone's checking up on you. Cause I do that every now and then. Like I'll check them on Sir Cheese, like, hey, how's it going? Yada yada, that type of thing. And he's cool. Like, and then there's other people that'll say, oh, like, you don't need to tell me what to do, whatever. And it's like I'm just trying to help you out, but okay, like I don't know what you want me to do. And as MP, I was talking to Sir Bumpy about this earlier. Hold on, I'm out of breath.
Get
Sorry,
it
I have like
all,
a. You said what, ma'am?
get it all out.
Sorry, I have like a heart condition, so like if I, it just messes me up. But it's like I was talking to Sir Bumpy about this earlier about me being an MP, and it's like I'm an MP, and a lot of y'all know I had troubles doing that at first because I was so like I had a stick up my butt at first. I'm not gonna lie. But I was new at it, and y'all were patient with me. Y'all gave me feedback, and I grew on that. And huh? I'm so confused. I don't know why you're talking about growing up, but okay. Um, but it's like the whole what you call it about me doing patrols and having to ask permission. I'm sorry, Miss East, but it's like the way I used to do MP before the whole admin trying to control that. I would do some silently without announcing it, so I could catch people, not doing what they were supposed to do in that type of thing. Yeah, that is what the whole purpose of MP is. And so I was actually very confused on how I was supposed to go about that if I had to just announce it for everyone to see and get a warning so they can like look like what they're supposed to be doing, that type of thing.
Right. And had you explained that to me, I would have told you you always need to have a permission from a general before you can spawn vehicles. However, if you do want to sneak up on people, go ahead, pull a general to the side, let them know what you want to do. You would have got, the okay to do it. That's like we always will work with you guys. And I'm all for what you're trying to do, but however, I'm always here for the soldiers too. So even if they're not doing something that they're not supposed to do, I gotta find common ground, meet in the middle. However, it always goes strictly on the severity of the case that it might be, you know. But yeah, if you just want to sneak up on them, to see what's going on, like pull a general aside, ask quietly, but however, you still need permission from a general to spawn a vehicle. Um, and that just goes for any rank, soft hat or hard hat.
Oh, got you. What else?
One
I was gonna
second,
say something else.
Sophia. I don't mean to cut you off, but Sir Cheese, we no longer have a KOS.
It says that in the rules. However, they're in the process of changing the rules. NRP on every server is what I was told.
Yeah, my
Yeah, we were
apologies.
doing KOS, but we can't do it anymore.
I think that
You
was really it though for me. I'm sorry.
okay,
No, never be sorry.
ma'am? Unknown. Can you tell me what you like about the army and what you dislike?
Hold on, I got a question.
Yes.
What if they on base? Can we still shoot them without RPN?
No.
No.
Nah, we have to do a warning now. You gotta use
Wow.
macro and give one warning.
Okay, got you.
Okay, ma'am, I know.
So yeah, I like that. I can teach what I know and what I was taught versus what I learned on my own within military. That's what I like. Um, and it's easy to do it when it's recruits. I could just say that on up to first sergeant. And the reason why I say recruits to first sergeant because for the past couple of days since I've been here, I've noticed that we have a lot of people when it comes to rank up interviews, they don't know RP 1314 base rules or what their next rank is. And it's nice to teach them that not only just sending it is okay, but if you hands on with them, they learn better. And I feel like they ain't been getting that. Another thing, what I dislike is that we have so many people that be in suits and they don't never be active. So when they get on and see stuff, the first thing they do is want to call a meeting instead of just being active, knowing what's being changed on base, um, and how everything is going. Like I really dislike that. I dislike that we got all these people in the army and ain't nobody really active throughout the day. Like it literally be two people on that night. I be seeing macros say night watchers, and I don't see no night watchers. I turn around and I see MPs. I don't be seeing no MPs on that night. Like it's bad, but hey, I'm working with it. That's all I can say.
Okay. Sir Rex, can you tell me what you like about the Army and what you dislike?
No comment for now.
Okay. Sir Bumpy, can you tell me what you like about the Army and what you dislike?
Um, what I like about the army is, man, I love, this role play thing. I love when everybody on one accord, everybody happy. We all working together. We all, just doing what we're supposed to do. I love that. I love to see that. But what I dislike is like the toxic stuff that I've been noticing lately. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes and what caused it, but I just want everybody to get it out on the table, man. Whatever everybody have on their hearts that they dislike about a certain soldier, individual, start over. We can all be on one accord, and man, we just all be one happy family again, man. And run the base how it's supposed to be ran.
I'm hoping we can get there.
I ain't gonna lie, it's only one person I don't really like.
OMG.
Wait, who said that?
Me, probably one or two. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Right.
Speak on it. What's your issue?
I'm gonna start this like this. John, for one, he's annoying. I feel like he's gonna be a power trip. I'm not gonna lie, he's annoying once again. Uh,
Wait. So Brian, you had nothing to say earlier. So what do you mean agreed?
who else? I know one more. I forgot their name. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like him either. I ain't
Is
no
it
cat.
me?
Nah. I don't see his name. I was trying, be direct.
Wait, was it for Spaz?
Spaz too, but he not
Oh
here no
my
more.
god,
I
bro!
crashed
Why
him out. I
are
ain't gonna lie. I
you?
made him crash out a little bit.
Yeah, no, he was dismissed before NRP for a reason.
But yeah,
NRP
I ain't
said
gonna lie.
that
It's a
he
few
was
people.
blacklisted and he was repped out. So he won't be coming back. His brother NRP also got blacklisted for going rogue on soldiers yesterday and also got blacklisted.
He has a brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his brother was king.
Yo. Anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay. Was that it, Sir Chief?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my comments to myself.
Nah, this is an open floor. We trying to put this army back together, so nothing needs to be kept quiet at this moment. If you feel a certain type of way, put it on the floor.
I so say this. I just felt like the generals need more training, just like we need more training.
Okay, copy.
Valid.
Cool.
Copy. Um, I'm gonna be the last person to speak, or Miss Oakland can be the last person to speak, but I definitely was gonna touch on it, the training situation.
Did Sir Kodak? Oh yeah, Sir Kodak's went. Did Sir Brody go? Man Carolina and
Sir up top,
um, Sir Up Top. Yeah,
can you tell me
and
what you
Sir.
like about the army and dislike?
Yeah, I mean, what I like about the army, it's all fam. You know what I mean? It's all fam. I don't really got no issues with nobody. I don't really got I don't really got no issues with. I mean, the only issue I do, guys, is every meeting that I've been in since I've been in a recruit. It's always something about there's problems or somebody don't like each other or something going on, and I feel like sometimes we're kept in a little bit more than we're supposed to. I feel like a lot more people need to know certain things that are going on the base so that everyone knows what's going on. And not everything, of course, right? There's things that us, generals and all that, we talk amongst each other, but it's just to keep people in the loop, to so they can just see what's going on themselves, so they can work on stuff themselves. And I mean, that's really all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Other than that, I ain't got no problems. It's all love.
Okay, copy. Ma'am Ari, can you tell me what you like and dislike about the army? Okay, copy.
Why not?
You lag and bumpy.
I was just asking
Yeah,
Aura why she
y'all
can't
got
touch
something
him.
to say? Like Ma'am Diamond said, it's an open floor. Go ahead and say it.
Okay, copy. Miss Carolina, are you ready?
Very ready. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with the pros, right? So every now and then, I know this past week has been so low in numbers, so low, and I can't, not say that I haven't been a part of it. Yeah, I haven't been on as much this week either. My morale, just as much as everybody else's, has definitely dropped for real. Now, like I was gonna say, so when we get together and we really like we lock in hella hard and we are like unstoppable when we come together, like so unstoppable. And then it's like when we lose like one or two raids, suddenly everybody, is sad and they're like, damn, like we lost that. Well, I hate when people like, talk down like we can't pick that back up during the next raid. So we lose one raid and then the next raid nobody wants to show up, and it's like it's because we lost that last raid and they don't get, like we need to show up in numbers. you know I used to be on every single day, hours a day. Obviously, I have a lot going on. I've already talked to Ma'am East about it before. Things are still persisting, whatever. But, like when we come together as numbers, everything in this base runs so smoothly. But it's like because, um, like one or two people retire and then people think like the base is going downhill. Like, no, we still have the numbers. It's just that, when people see nobody on, nobody wants to get on, and it sucks. And it's like we're defending this base for what? Like we should be a family. Everybody here, should want to work together because, I'm not gonna lie, it's discouraging too when I come onto raids and it's like what me and one other general and we're setting up for a raid and it goes downhill, right? So another pro is that when we get together for training, everybody loves it. Everybody has fun with it, and I feel like everybody leaves learning something new that they didn't know. Um, Now with the cons, okay? So I noticed recently, I don't know what's going on with everybody. Like, I don't know if their stress levels are up, but I noticed that like a lot of people just have like unnecessary comments to say. And I'm not targeting anyone in specific, but like literally, like I'll watch soldiers go back and forth between each other. I'm like, bro, like what is the reason? And I find out, and it's like the smallest little thing, and I'm like, really? Like, you guys, can't solve this by like talking like adults, because a lot of people on here are adults playing. Or like the other day, right? So I set up for raid, and there was a comment, said about the setup and how the one last night was better. Like, there's no need for stuff like that, right? There's no need for, unnecessary comments and stuff. Like, it just puts everybody's morale even more low than it already is. Obviously, we're losing numbers in the base. Obviously, we're losing, activeness, and we don't need any more like side comments or stuff like that. Or like we've had soldiers, come and go, right? So like soldiers who have already been in this base and they'll rejoin, and we'll tell them about the new protocols, like, oh, we have military academy, and they feel like they're too good for it. So stuff like that, like. And then I don't know, how open can we be with this, meeting, like genuinely speaking.
Say that one more time.
I said, how open can we be with this meeting?
Very open.
Open. Put everything on the table, please, Miss Caroline.
Name drop
Because
if you.
it's in regards to like my first rep, but if that's too far, like I'm not gonna talk about it. But I want to, put my reasoning for it, so nothing's like misconstrued or like, people are taking it the wrong way.
If you got something to say it.
Right.
Period.
So NRP, right? NRP. I got a rep, and I know, it's not like anyone here's fault, right? But admin has been overstepping a lot lately. And they never applaud us for when we're doing something good, but they're quick to jump on us whenever something's not 100% to their liking, right? So the reason I got my rep was, well, I assume what started it was because I was singing at the gate during hiring event, which I'm a great hiring specialist, and I've done my job since day one of joining HS. Believe me, those of you who have seen me inside of HQ working with 5-6 people at a time, y'all know. Now, with that being said, right? So I only, went after, getting that rep cleared for my name because I did not agree with the reasonings, right? And so I feel like ever since then, people have been thinking like there's like a target on someone's back or this back. Like, no, I just wanted to clear my name just as much as anybody else would have if they were in that situation, right? So that's where I'm coming from with that. Now, in regards to yeah, exactly, I felt like it was too strict too, but that's my point. Admin likes to overstep sometimes, and like, I love them, they do their job, but it's like, not for nothing, but like obviously I was gone for a week because I had personal life reasonings, and I guess that was put a lot on me because one, I was one IC of HS, and I wasn't there, but I did have hiring specialists who some of them were there. But like I said, I'm not, I can't force anybody to get on. Obviously, we all work as a team, and if nobody's showing up, like, I need a break too every now and then, like just as much as anybody else here. Everybody should be able to have a break, right? Now, with that being said, so the 5 days a week, no, sorry, 6 days a week hiring, it was crazy. So crazy. And now when we had 3 days, everybody was, doing good with hiring. Everything was great. But the 5 days a week, everybody's so burnt out. I'll be in here 5 hours a night sometimes just working with people, teaching them thoroughly, all of the, five base rules, the RP 13, 14, and even then some, even our base expectations, right? And it's like, man, the like break that we had in between those days was like a blessing. A blessing. Hiring event is not for the faint hearted, for real. And anybody who's done hiring event knows it's a lot of work. And unfortunately, obviously I'm not one IC anymore. I lost that position because of, not being that active. But at the same time, it's like admin doesn't hear that it's a lot of work. Admin's not the one doing the hiring into this base. It's a lot to teach people. Not only that, most of the work isn't even teaching them. It's the macro process. Like, why can't we just get one massive like macro copy and paste? You know what I'm saying? Like, it would make things so much easier, but no, sometimes people are typing them out word for word because they cannot figure out, the copying and pasting, or they legitimately like just can't get it done. And you know what? I'm here every second. Sometimes I'll tap out with somebody because it's gone 5 hours long and yeah, we're going to need a break. But like, oh my God, I cannot stress that enough.
Um, as it relates to macros, someone would have to make that because I do remember that our old macros used to all be in one big paragraph.
Okay, copy. Miss Blossom, do you have anything else to say?
No, I'll leave it at that.
Are you sure? Because I want
Yeah.
everybody to be on a new page. Like everything's gonna be deaded when we walk out this room. Nothing
Right,
is
right.
gonna. Everything is gonna be left where it is right now. That's why I'm giving everyone the room to speak.
All right, wait. I actually do remember something, right? So, in regards to me asking for, a meeting in the faction server, obviously I wasn't trying to be like rude or anything like that. And I believe like we used to be able to, whenever any general wants a meeting, we go ahead and do that. As long as the general wants a meeting, we have a meeting held, right? So I don't think there should be a problem with requesting a meeting inside of a faction server. I don't think that there was anything wrong with that. But so my reasoning for bringing it up, right, is because like it's not even about me being inactive and not knowing things that are going on. Like, no, me and a few generals were like talking about like how I guess now only a certain ranking general is able to do rank up interviews. And I feel like when things like that happen, like I feel like a meeting should be called like immediately or beforehand, or even a Discord call, really, like anything, just to let us all know like what's going on. Because some generals were saying that they had, rank up interviews that they already did, and they don't know if they should post them or not because of like the new rules, which I don't even know what's going on with that, right now per se.
Okay.
Um,
1 second, Miss Blossom, and I'll speak on
Go
that
ahead.
really quick. Really quick, I'll speak on that and I'll let you finish. So we changed it. I think it was about a day ago. And you're right. We should have called a generals meeting for that, but I'm gonna give you a reason why we changed it to free up a lot of you guys' time, to make it easier for you guys to train more, so we can stop being killed disrespectfully during raid. Okay, so no, no longer will you guys have that option to do rank up interviews. We will do it for you guys. We just want you guys to do more. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
please.
Okay. So what did y'all hear and didn't hear?
Basically, to lighten the load on us so we can get more trainings done and whatnot.
Okay, yeah. Because I noticed myself, and I don't really want to speak on this. I want to wait till it's my turn. But I noticed a lack of trainings. So I'm the one that suggested that we take the trainings off of you, take the rank up interviews off of you guys, because I saw a lot of people just not doing them. Soldiers asking for rank ups all day long, don't know the rules. So we even changed on how they rank up. So they can only rank up first rate, third rate, and last rate. That's it. There's no
Right,
more
and
rank.
I'm all for it. And
But
I just want to say, I appreciate y'all for that. Go ahead, Mamela.
oh no, I was gonna stop talking. I'm gonna wait till my turn. You can finish.
I want to say I appreciate that. And that's why like I was confused too cuz when these new things happen like we all need to be on board and especially if it's in our benefit like hey, I would love to know cuz girl, I don't want to be out here doing rank up interviews that aren't even going to count anymore, right? And then, another thing, right? So I had some soft hats being sassy with me, saying like, "Oh, how come they can't be at Southgate when another one's there?" Like, I'm not, not to point fingers. I know we're doing what we have to be doing, but that's, another reason why I called meeting. Like, the soft hats, they see one person doing one thing and they're like, "Well, why can't we?" Right? Because they're new, they don't get it, they don't understand what goes on in the base, and that's also why, like. I was like, hey, you know what? I don't know what's going on either. Let me find out.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. And to speak on that, you know, she was there because she was a hiring specialist, was the only reason why she was at Southgate. We are hiring all day due to the low numbers. That was the reason why we placed hiring specialists at Southgate. It really was supposed to be all of hiring, but I think she was the only one online at the moment.
So like even with that, right? Like I know I'm not a part of HS anymore, but I very much still know everything that there is. So like I'm not saying like she can't be up at Southgate, but I mean there's I think are we still doing the all generals hiring thing too or no? Cuz
No,
that would never got clarified either.
no.
If a general would like to, I mean, but right now, we need everybody to be on the same page. And I've only trained two, three people, and Ma'am Unknown came with a lot of knowledge as well. I placed her at Southgate, and I told her, just tell people, if I'm not here, that I put you at Southgate, because we do need to hire. And I told her if no one is on after you hire somebody, to put them in a suit, get a hold of me, NRP on Discord, and I'll hop on. I and before when the base got took apart, NRP back in the day, we also were soft hats at Southgate constantly, because we didn't have the numbers to even cover Southgate, and that's predominantly where we are throughout the day. And then the evening comes, we'll have a few more people that are hard hats and generals at Southgate, but then night comes all the way, and it'll be three people again on base at night. It's been like this for the last week. So I did have to make some moves in order for us to, put the base back together like we did back in the day. And, you know, like like we said, this just happened like last night or the night before last, and it happened in almost the middle of the night where these decisions were made. So we didn't even have time to clarify it with everybody. However, the people that were on the next day, it was explained to, um, and I was gonna explain it in Monday's meeting. Um, Confusion for anybody. It wasn't meant to be like that.
No worries. And also for the night thing, that's why when me and you spoke about it when I was still in HS about doing the midnight hirings, like I do believe it should still be a thing. Like even I'll get on to do it if I have to.
Is it okay if
Ma'am,
I like?
who turned them away? Because these last 2 nights, I can tell you, we've been taking in people constantly. Yeah, see, this just got put in place, I believe, like, was it yesterday? Yesterday in like the middle of the night, we said enough is enough. We have to make it happen. Um, and then I put Ma'am Unknown and one other soft hat at Southgate the prior night because we didn't even have people on before I left, so I put them there. Go ahead, Ma'am Unknown.
Yes, ma'am. Unknown did turn somebody away because we didn't have nobody to suit the person that needed to be suited, and that's when I told you about it yesterday, and I let you know that somebody did come, and I have to let them know to come back at 8 p.m. the next day because we didn't have nobody on to put a suit on them. So yes, and you notified me that hit you through Discord if that's the case, if it
Yeah,
ever comes to that.
that's exactly what happened. And she did tell me about that.
Okay.
Okay, so ma'am Cairo, not a solid committee. What you mean by that?
Like he asked if we had a hiring committee that goes into the city to hire, and I said not a solid committee because
Oh,
it was
okay,
kind
okay.
of just like a trial and error.
Right. NRP, we also did that stuff last night too, and we picked up three people. I can't remember. It was like two or three people.
We did
Yeah,
too.
I said trial and error because Sir Spliff. A lot of the times when we drive out into city with the buses, we get a lot of people that are trying to ram into us, chase us out of the buses, stuff like that.
Yeah, NRP,
But
we were doing
NRP.
that before as well. We NRP, we used to do that in Napa all the time. And we did get a lot of, but NRP Napa, when I tell you hiring, this whole room would be filled up. There's a line wrapped around this whole thing, and that was in the time where the tank room used to be silent, like you couldn't hear at all in the tank room, and this line literally would be from the wall to the left of me, wrapped around this whole thing. Um, it was crazy. It was like a classroom full of people to get hired. Like I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. I saw like 10 people get dismissed before it was even my turn. I was like, oh snap. But I ended up getting in. I was like, hey.
Okay, Sir Oakland, can you tell me what you like about the Army and what you dislike?
To be honest, I really don't know, man. It's just the behind the scenes stuff. I feel like it is like it just needs to stop, honestly, because it's breaking this break base up.
Okay, speak on it. Your opinion matter.
Okay, here you said.
I said speak on it. Your opinion matters.
No, I'm good. I was just saying the hidden behind, like the hidden agendas need to stop. That's it.
Okay, copy. Does anybody else have anything they want to add?
What? Um, Really quickly, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, ma'am, Yella. Um, I forgot to mention this. I feel like I don't want to say names, but like a while back, right? There was a training that Ma'am Carolina hosted, and it was like a raid, a mock raid, and me and Sir Pac-Man were like the two like quote unquote leads of either team, and we did that. Like we cooked, but someone on my team didn't listen, and he continues not to listen during raids. And like there's a few, I feel like there could be a few others. I haven't fully paid attention. But oh, not you, Sir Pac-Man. You were there, like you were one of the lead. Remember when we did that mock raid? Okay, Sir Rex. He I've seen him not necessarily listen a few or more than a few times during raids and mock raids, trainings, etc. Um and it's just like some people I feel like even when Man Peaches started FG, a lot of people were like ranked to a what a general, and I feel like there's a lot more generals that are active than more soldiers, and I feel like that's also like an issue, you know?
Okay, copy.
Um, just to add to that, I do believe that the general thing gets to a lot of people's head, and I'm not saying like it's always anyone in this room or anything, but it happens all the time, bro. And I understand you earned the suit, but that does not mean that you have to disregard everything that anyone says unless it's a FG, a 3 star, 2 star, or a DFG that tells you what to do. I completely understand you're at a rank that you're in leadership, but that doesn't mean that you know everything that's on base, and that does not mean that you shouldn't be able to take advice or constructive criticism from someone that is lower ranked than you. You literally signed to 5 base rules that include you respecting persons that are lower ranked than you. Literally, it says you must respect all your higher ups, but as you are a soldier, you're supposed to respect everyone at the end of the day. And I've seen it time and time again where generals will do some little shit. I'm sorry about the profanity, but I've seen a lot of times where generals will even towards me, they'll like say some stuff, they'll tell me to do some stuff, and I'll respect that, but at the end of the day, I, for one, know that I know what I'm doing, and everyone else knows what I'm doing. Ma'am East knows that I used to be a MG and knows that I know what I'm doing. I won't be doing anything out of pocket. But at the end of the day, if you're gonna have that suit and try to use it to flex power on people, I don't think you deserve it. I think you should stay at Colonel until you're ready for that.
Who's flexing power?
I said the same thing.
I mean, those generals would have been dismissed before. I've seen it happen a few times, but it's not really a every time thing. It just happens, and it we're human. It's gonna happen.
If you're talking about me flexing power, I know that the folks
No,
that
no, no, ma'am, ma'am,
just,
ma'am,
just
ma'am.
okay,
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
no, no, no. No, don't, no. Mm-mm.
Honestly, some of the some, some hard hats even tried that, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, I know
I
the ones. I know
agree.
the ones. I know
No,
you.
Every rank,
they're
every
not
rank
gonna
here
do
in
that.
this army, right? Every position is earned. It's not given to you. It's earned. So there's nothing to brag about. You know, you put in your time and you got the, you get your suit. And I feel like, in regards to what you were saying about like higher rankings also respecting like the lower rankings, I agree. Like you can learn something every day, even if it isn't from somebody of your higher up. Even lower rankings can teach you something that you wouldn't even know.
Exactly, because your lower rank could be a future or a past FG or DFG.
Hmm.
Bruh, I've seen this base at its lowest and its highest, bruh. I can tell you. that at the moment we're in that in between spot where it either can go higher or we're just gonna end up at a low spot. So, yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Um, I'll say something. So I love this space. My pros are, the people that come in here are amazing. You know, and I love it. Uh, love working with each and every one of them. Um, even when they're not here, they come on and they brighten up the place. That's just facts. Everybody has like a different, you know, personality, and it's wonderful to see everybody's different personalities because in each and every way, I see, you know, them shine in a certain way, which is amazing to see. My cons, if I can speak fully, is I feel like there might be hidden agendas that, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't speak, but you guys, I got love for every single one of y'all, and I'm here to help you guys. And I just want you guys to know that I'm here. I'm not working against you guys. I'm here working with you guys. That's all I want to let you guys know.
See, that's why I want to retire. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of it's a lot of bullshit going on here. I ain't gonna cat.
You're not
Y'all,
a,
y'all tripping.
excuse me, but you're not allowed to retire, sir.
That's
Cat,
crazy. It's a lot.
you
I
can't
ain't gonna
retire.
lie.
We
You're
are
not
holding you
retiring.
hostage right now.
Like
I'm
I
looking
Listen,
at
seen a
you.
lot. Y'all don't understand. I'm really being calm. You feel me? I'm not really
I'm
saying too much. I know how
Look,
this shit works.
hold on.
So it's
Look,
I'm
like
gonna
I
say
could have
look,
this.
been crashed out. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna
look.
say this. I worked too hard to keep you to keep going up the ranks. Ain't no way you about to turn around and leave that suit now. You done came too far now. You
Hey,
almost a sergeant major, bro. Come on.
Now
Look,
really quick, there's nothing wrong with continuously retiring. I can show you my workbook. I've retired at
Sophia,
least
no,
eight
no, no,
times.
no.
No, it's okay. It's understandable. You're keeping your composure. You're staying professional, right? Right. But you're the real Swish T.
You know, you like
hey, hey,
Look,
Steve, don't let them try to do that to you, bro. If you feel
You're
like
the real Swish T.
y'all messing with
You're
y'all. I ain't gonna lie.
replaceable.
Listen, y'all solid, but bro, it's just like I don't know. You feel me? I don't know. You feel me? I can't really go off of what I see the past 3 4 days, but it's just like it is a whole lot of drama, and I feel like people do have secret hidden agendas. Like I feel like certain people want
Most
certain spots, and it's like you
definitely,
already got this
definitely.
spot. Why you want more?
sir, hold that thought. Hold that thought, right? So I really do feel like the Alameda, whatever you guys want to call it, behavioral health. What did you call it before?
Like what?
Whatever. It needs to be a thing. It- right. So I'm all for it,
Yeah.
right? So
Uh,
like disagreements and stuff like that, we air it out and it doesn't need to go anywhere else. We talk it out until, one of us falls asleep even if we have to. Like I don't care. Like I'm sorry, but like I can go all night with stuff like that, but I'm down to go back and forth and just, hear both sides, see it out. Like I'm all for it.
me,
Yep.
I have some. I
No
have
beef.
something I want to say.
Go ahead, sir.
Me, I feel as though like people have hidden agendas, like they doing like snake stuff, so the crossing east out. You know what I mean? And that is what putting admin on us the way they is putting admin. I mean, the way admin is on us because people are going to admin, complaining, writing tickets, doing this, doing that. And when I first joined the army, admin wasn't strict on us like they is. And the only thing that can come to my mind is this behind the scenes stuff. I don't know who it is. I'm not calling no names, but it's some behind the scenes stuff that people complaining to them, going to them. You know what I mean
Can
about
I
Miss
add on
East.
that?
Yes, ma'am. I want to hear it. I
Sorry,
want
first of all,
everything.
who's that outside?
Excuse me.
Who is that?
Nah,
Hey,
go
hold
ahead.
on.
Yeah,
We got
shoot
some
that
outrageous.
man. I mean, RP, Taze, and then
Who
Not
keeps
everyone, y'all. Not everyone.
Here, open it,
That
open
might be
it.
closing the door?
Great. I thought this was a safe space.
It is a safe
It's
space.
about to be. It's about to be. Okay.
So is he finna get hired on, or he already Army?
So,
uh,
Sir Bumpy, right, with what you said,
uh,
I think that the reason all this started was NRP, right? Hold on, let me drop that really quick. Because of admin puts pressure on people to hold people accountable for the smallest thing, and I believe truly that that is what started everything. Because if I'm allowed to speak on it, right, this is a safe space, ma'am. East, even you gave an apology in a faction chat, which I don't even think that you even needed to apologize for. Respectfully, like, you were defending your own, you're defending yourself, and in the most like polite, positive way possible, and you were like held accountable by admin, and I don't even think you needed to have apologized for it, respectfully.
Yeah.
But
You know,
admin wasn't like this here.
yeah,
Ma'am,
I
East,
And
didn't know because I should have never had did that. I know the truth and I know what happened, and I should have just kept it to myself. But thank you. I really do appreciate that.
yeah, I just want to get to the bottom of it. If there's complaints going in, is there tickets going in on Miss East because people, feel like she ain't doing something right, or they want her position, or whatever the case may be. Man, I just wanted to ease up because, man, the way admin is acting right now, they ain't never act like that since I've been in the army. And I don't know if certain admin member got hitting Videla against Miss East or whatever the case may be. But I just want,
Well,
Feel like it was
Sir
y'all boys' class.
Johnson, we actually did have a similar incident with the previous admin that we got removed from the base too. So it's not like this is new. This is an ongoing thing every now and then.
okay, okay.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody told me there was an admin here. I didn't say no name.
He said, "Close this door. We don't want anybody listening."
Yeah.
A really quick question. Does everyone feel better?
say that again, ma'am.
Does everyone feel better? Does everyone feel like they got their opinions out and voiced everything that they needed to say?
See, we
I
I
could
get
feel
voice.
great.
I'm gonna just say this: we could have voiced the
I get a
opinion, but
24
we want
hours.
to see
Okay, if
action
I can't
too.
retire, I ain't gonna lie.
No, Miss Ari, if they're gone, we're not going to talk about anybody that's dismissed. They're no
Right.
longer here.
But see, this is what we need, right? This Alameda behavioral health. What would you call it, ma'am Ari, real quick? Alameda support group, right? This could solve a lot of issues. Like, not a meeting, like literally support group, like airing out everything, having a safe space, talking about anything we want. Maybe some people might feel like a topic is about them, and that should be okay, right? We'll go back and forth on, like, we'll hear somebody's side, the next person will say their side, and then like boom, everything's dropped, fresh start, for the next week. Because I gotta say, like, this is why, I feel like a lot of people's morale is, low, and it's because like people want to be heard, but we also feel like we have to be careful with what we say, right? But if we have like, maybe like once a week, like a safe space that we can open up and just talk about everything without anybody getting held accountable for anything, then it could benefit everyone a lot.
I
Okay.
agree. I agree.
Okay, so I want to speak now. Okay. Now, I do like this army, and I can say since I became DFG, a lot of stuff has changed. Like, a lot of stuff has changed. But what I can say about us that I dislike is all the catty shit. Excuse my language, but it's a lot of catty stuff. Like, I get on base, and there's a problem every time I log on. It's like people wake up just to be angry. Why? Like, why log on if you're just gonna have a problem? Like, why stay if you're just gonna have a problem? Like, if you don't like something and you don't want to speak about it, just leave. Like, it's a lot of people. I feel like
You lagging.
hold on,
Ma'am,
y'all.
Yellow, you're doing the electric slide.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So like I'ma just take the last 2 weeks. Just the last 2 weeks. You guys, how many people do we have in the army? I can say we maybe have 10 people on all day. All day. And then my problem is I don't see no trainings. I don't see no people, nobody's talking, nobody being active. I don't see no RP. I don't see nothing. I see people come on, do watches, log off. I see people come on. I see people come on for a raid, they log right back off. Like there's nothing. When I first got on this base, I don't remember Miss Carolina. I do know that you hired me and you did amazing. When you hired me, I think I still got the video of my base tour. I wish I could post it on the faction chat just so everyone can see. But when I got hired, there was at least 3 trainings every day. Like I can get online, somebody doing a 1v1 training, somebody doing a taser training, somebody's doing something for us to stay active. I get, locking the base down. We don't have to be so strict about locking the base down because I mean, we do need to do more trainings. What you mean you was always bored, Sophia?
When you were first here, NRP, I was always asking for 1v1s because I was so rocky when it came to shooting at the time. You remember when every time I came on, can we do 1v1s in the Flobby chat? Like, that's me. Y'all know that about me already.
Can I say
Yeah.
something about those trainings? I feel like, okay, so obviously we have a lot of new generals. I think some are like, I want I don't want to say scared because I think that's the wrong word, but about pulling everybody away from the gates and bringing them into an area to train, right? Because they're thinking about both, right? Do we prioritize the gate? Do we prioritize training? Well, if it's training, everyone should be involved. Forget the gates for an hour, okay? If somebody comes in, we're all grouped together, we'll catch them, okay? But everybody should be able to, grab everybody in. Like, for instance, like I've posted, oh God, I don't know how many training videos, and I'm sorry that they're so long, right? But I grab everybody. I tell, drop what you're doing. I don't care if you're, strangling an intruder right now actively. Strangle him in AP. Just bring him over. Like, but we need everybody at those trainings.
Yes, that's absolutely true. So, and I also got word, that generals don't want to come to trainings. This will be in effect that is a training called everyone is to be.
Ma'am, you're lagging again.
Am I? So,
There
can
you
y'all
are.
hear me? Okay, so as I was stating, because we were going to have a meeting about this, everyone, all in generals included, if there is a training call, everyone is to be there. No one is excluded.
Can I say something about that?
Sure.
I just, I'm not trying to step out of line, Michelle. I have, you already know, I have absolutely no problem, but sometimes, IRL happens with that, and like I just feel like something we can't come on with that. We can't come on.
That's fine, but that's where the communication come in. That's what we're talking.
Ma'am, your mic isn't working right now.
Yeah, you've been lagging this entire time.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear
ma'am.
you now.
Okay. But what I was trying to say, sir, up top, is that's where the communication come in. If they call a training on the game or Discord, which I'm gonna start making people when they do it on the game, actually do it on Discord as well. But just say, hey, I can't make it IRL.
Okay, for sure, ma'am. For sure.
You know, that's not an issue. As we always state, IRL come first. But it's the point of it be people online and they say they're doing something else. Or you'll get some lip back, oh, I'm dealing with an intruder. You know, you can deal with that intruder and come to training. Like it's simple. It's like we're not asking for a lot. Like I feel like the training should be fun. Nobody wants to sit at a gate all day and hop in a BC, crank it up, and hop out. I hated that when I stood at a gate. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I hated it.
I think like the people that don't want to come to training and would rather sit at a gate, which is crazy by the way. Who would rather sit at a gate than do training? Okay, let's be honest, y'all. I feel like those are the same people that want to just be like kind of like idle, not AFK, but like idle and not doing anything, right?
But that would
Um,
no longer be allowed because I've seen it as well where people say, oh, I don't want to come to a training. If they don't want to come to the training, they need to log out.
Now, with that being said, what are the protocols for like let's say obviously everybody wants out of the base. What are the protocols for like let's say generals who want to take a training outside? Like aside from doing the trainings with PD or EMS. Like let's say we want to take a little field trip out into Army Town.
You guys are always welcome to go to Army Town.
Say less.
um,
I'm saying.
hold on. I remember
One
something
second.
now.
Okay, let me speak on this real quick and I'm gonna let you speak. So on the trainings are free range for you guys to make up anything that you guys want to do. Okay. You guys do not have to feel like, oh, I can't do this training. If you want to do this training, do that training.
Um, I think we need to focus on things like special forces or spec ops, whichever one it is now. It used to be spec ops and special forces. Both of those crashed. We know why. Special forces, for example, we used to do trainings in Army Town with medics present where we would do 5 on 5 or whichever amount it was. And then we do like cover fire, learning how to shoot, using your macros when you're supposed to be using them, learning how to tase and detain people, stuff like that, simple stuff like that. We used to be doing that a lot, but now ever since like that happened with Bruno, we don't talk about Bruno. We have not been doing those types of trainings. We haven't been using our minds. We have not been like adapting or being flexible when it comes on to stuff like that. We've just been rigid, and to be honest, we're still using the same rules that a DFG that has been stepped down. We're still using those same rules and not trying to implement our own things and do what we need to do to get everyone active.
Okay, copy. That's very, very valid. I appreciate
You're breaking up again, ma'am.
it.
You're still choppy.
About
Oh, she disappeared.
Nah, I ain't gonna.
Hello?
I got a
Don't you
question.
ever say that name around here.
I got a
Okay.
question. I ain't gonna lie.
Can y'all hear me?
All right, so y'all know, like, right now as we speak, I'm the only soft hat on. Y'all like this, like my in my role, I'm supposed to be in Westgate. But do y'all understand how boring it is to sit there in silence and just talk to no one and just watch the screen? Do y'all understand that?
Nah, that,
Unfortunately, we
that
do,
always
sir.
kind
We
of
were
like,
all in that
yeah,
position.
When
yeah.
when
Like
I
to be
was
I'm
honest,
not
bro.
gonna lie, I can't do that.
Keith, I'm gonna be
when I
honest with you.
Like
I've
I
noticed.
like to interact. This is a game. I ain't gonna lie. I like to interact with other folks. I want to I want to intervene in different conversations. I can't do that. Not gonna lie.
um one thing I will say, you
Like as you see, I'm the only soft hat on. I should be allowed to go somewhere where it's people at.
Wait, I have an idea. Okay, so let's say you're at Westgate guarding it, right? And suppose there's nobody else online, but there's hella generals or maybe some other hard hats. Put in the floppy chat, hey, I need some social interaction or something. Like somebody will come over. Like shit, I'll even come over. I can yap all day.
I was about to say, if I'm on and you're on, I'm over there. I'm gonna be annoying you. That's what I used to do with Sir Codex. Also, another thing I used to do when I was a soft hat, when I would get bored, I would ask in the lobby, "Can we do training?" And when 9 times out of 10, we would do training, and they would do 1v1s with me, whatever, whatever.
But who is this guy?
You want to get
Sir,
shot?
this is supposed to be a safe space.
Ma'am, you alert?
Kill him. He came here already. He knows he's not supposed to be up here.
Yes,
This is
ma'am.
his
Can
second
y'all hear
time.
me now?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a medic too. It's one of my trainee, well, former trainee. Nope, that's just a regular person. Never mind. I saw the blue
We've
pants
already
guy.
warned him. Should we just kill him?
I just wait to
Hold on.
action.
What? Wasn't you
Nah,
here
he's
last night?
up here
Get
already.
tired.
Kill
Close
him.
that door! Close that door!
Like,
No.
No.
I shot him. I shot him.
I'm sorry. We've already warned him
Admin.
before. There's no reason he should be in here.
I'm not in the army, so I could shoot him. But nobody.
Admin.
Okay.
I'm in the army, so I can shoot him. He got one warning. Is he still running?
Nah, he lagged out after he got torn up. So no.
He dipped. He got scared. He's scared of BTA. I'm not explaining what that is.
Okay. Miss Unknown, you wanted to say something?
yeah, I'm gonna wait till you and Ma'am Esau. I just asked her to come back on.
Okay.
But I can ask her when she get here too.
Now
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I
let
want
you
I
guys.
want to know why it's not obligated for generals to sit at the other gates because it used NRP. It used to be where generals had to be split up. They can't just all be at South Gate. They have to be Westgate and AP overseeing if anybody go AFK or any of that. They have to be at that gate. It's not no such thing as they at South Gate all the time.
Okay, now, if there's no one guarding that gate, people should be spreading out. It shouldn't be one person, well, a bunch of people at one gate. Now, I spoke about this to Miss Oakland a few days ago, but we haven't had a generals meeting for us to touch on that.
Okay. I was just wondering because I know admin did, NRP, like I said, make that a rule that, because of AFK and all that, that it was mandatory that generals had to be at all gates, at least two generals, if it was they was on, but no more than two, to be exact. The rest could be at Southgate, but they had to spread out.
Yeah. See, like when I first started here, it was a while ago, but we've never done that. But it is a great idea to be doing that. And can I touch on that a little bit? Why is everybody neglecting sandbags? Okay, everybody wants to go to Southgate. Sandbags. Where's the love for it?
No. I'm always at Sandbags. If I'm not at Westgate, I'm only at Sandbags because that's the only place I don't have to deal with those damn BCEs.
Aside from you, Sophia, let's be real. Nobody's going to Sandbags, and I want to know why.
I love it there. Let it be my spot. Sandbag Mafia.
That
Even
is
with
a lie. I'm always at Sandbags.
even
That
with
is a lie because whenever I'm on, I never see anybody at Sandbags. So I'm like, you know what? Let me step over here.
Well, if
even,
me and him are on, then no, nobody's gonna be at Sandbags.
even
Go
with
ahead, ma'am.
even with MP and base checks and radio checks, it still was supposed to be generous at South. I'm saying at every gate. It don't matter if it's MP or you know.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but since we haven't had a lot of people on lately, normally we try to like, prioritize Sandbags, Southgate, Westgate, and AP. If we
Well,
do have enough people, then obviously, huh?
sorry. On the MP thing, I know you're kind of new here, ma'am, Error, but we're still trying to get MP figured out as well because we lost a lot of MP members, and then obviously the person who was first IC of MP left as well. So we're still trying to get it all together. That part, like I'm still, I'm new to MP too. I don't quite know what's going on with it.
You're
No,
an
I
MP?
was I was answering that statement because she said she thought that's what MP was for, but even with MP or any of that, it was still generous at gates.
That too. It's literally the lack of people that's been on that's causing most of these issues because nobody like what like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, even when I was an MP, like doing my patrols when I was literally driving around, that type of thing. There wasn't a lot of people on then, and it's like we didn't have enough people for certain gates, so I'd have to say, okay, I need two of you here, I need two of you here, one person at AP, that type of thing.
Right. Can I say something as well? I know I keep trying to add to things, but oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
No, sir, I'm sorry.
Man, but I'm not no noob, so they could
In
target me. Let them target me.
right. NRP, this not my first rodeo. I know how Army goes, and I never cared about that. I body cam anywhere I go. So if a gang member, civilian, whoever comes to Southgate, I still will have my body cam on. As soon as they make it to the concrete, and I still handle how I'm supposed to handle. I'm not worried about. I never worried about all the rest of that other extra
Yeah,
stuff. Because
I ain't
if
gonna
it
lie,
happens,
you mess
it's gonna
up.
happen.
You mess up when you
One
worry
mic
about
at
what
a
somebody else
time.
gonna do. I'm not worried about somebody trying to get me in trouble. I know what to do right and wrong. So it's like I don't really worry about, stuff like that. It is what it is.
Right. I definitely body cam all day, every day.
Okay, I remember what I was gonna say. Every time we have these meetings, right? It's always the same people in here, so I feel like we just keep venting to each other.
Yeah, that's true. But we're working on it. I think I spammed the chat like 30 times to get people on.
I'm just
Also,
trying to understand, like, who is the problem? Why can't we just handle it right now? Like, who is the problem and what is the problem?
Sir, up top.
Well,
I'm
that's
sorry.
the thing. It's like a bunch of miscommunications and shit. Like, sorry,
Yup,
excuse
and
my language.
it's
No, I
that
get
and
it.
literally
It's
lack
just
of
like,
people.
it's the same thing over and over. And it's like, okay, well, if we know who is the problem or what is it, like, why can't we just handle it?
I feel like y'all just gotta address one another, man. Feel me? Y'all got some inside stuff going on.
It's about pride. I'm gonna just say it like this, and I could be wrong. It's pride. Can't nobody pull nobody to the side and have that conversation because somebody gonna either overtalk, yell, get routed up, and it ain't gonna go nowhere, and it's gonna keep going as a repeating cycle, which it shouldn't be like that. But hey, everybody don't grow up as they should. But that's not for me to speak on either.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's just kind of just it's getting pathetic.
Okay, sir, Codex, about your comment about the reps. I really can't speak on that.
Completely understand, but I just feel like they doing too much, especially with that RT situation. But they always try to
Get it.
silence that stuff.
I completely get it. I promise you I get it, but I can't speak on it.
I mean, me personally, like, I just think they handled that situation horribly, especially since when I was just asking a question, they're like telling everybody to shut up. Like, I don't like how they do stuff because they act like they better than everybody when they're supposed to just be here to help, not try to make people submit to some dumb stuff.
Copy, you can take it up with her or me or solicit.
Right, yeah. She did say that when we were having that disagreement between somebody and their laps and whatnot. But you're correct, yes.
Does everybody feel better?
No, I have one more thing to say. um, and I'm directing this to ma'am unknown. Earlier when I had told you, or yeah, like suggested to go on the other side, right, for where the hard hats are, I did not appreciate you saying I know what I'm supposed to be doing because clearly you didn't, right?
Clearly,
Um,
I do.
and on top of that, this isn't the first time you've done that. I don't appreciate it, but I feel like there's a little bit of an attitude behind that. That's all.
And I don't appreciate that you overstepped something that I was already doing earlier to satisfy your own needs. Because I already said I was in the middle of talking to a DFG and LG, and you took it upon yourself to call another one on when I was already in the middle of talking to him.
No, you didn't, ma'am. I asked if you
Yes,
needed
I
to
did.
call DFG or FG on for
And I
you.
never answered you.
Right? Can we not do this right now, please? Because it's nah.
We
Let's not do
can
that.
We
we can
not doing it. I'm just
one
saying.
second. 1 second, you guys. Ma'am unknown and Miss Sophia, we can have this conversation in private in RT, okay? Copy. Okay, other than that situation, is everyone good? Does everyone feel like they cleared the air?
Actually, yeah, I feel like we should do a training after this.
NRP, I can firmly state that no one in this room has came to me and physically said, "Oh, they had an issue."
Well, I can speak on that one. So, obviously, if you guys haven't seen my first rep, go ahead and look at it. It's a little funny. But NRP, so the reason why I opened a ticket, right, is because I know I was pulled aside and it was more so admins wanting rather than, our FGs wanting, right? But if something, I did bring it up to Ma'am East and I let her know, like, I didn't see how I was wrong, whatever, but I was still reprimanded and I, was deranked. So I went from lieutenant general back to major general, right? No one in their right mind is going to be okay with it. No one in their right mind is going to let that, sit tight, right? So I saw my punishment, right? And I saw what I got in trouble for. And, according to definition, I felt everything was wrong. So, yes, I did open a ticket on that because I did not, it didn't sit right with me. And I'm not going to, just be like, oh, what, I lost my suit for something that I don't think was right. Oh, well, it happened. No. That's why I opened my ticket, NRP.
Okay,
Yeah,
Kai.
you're not supposed to get repped in game. No,
No,
that's a
You're
rule.
supposed to be on
That's
that's a whole
Discord.
rule.
you see,
That's a whole rule. You're the only way you
he's
get
not
ripped
supposed to
in
be
is
repped.
you get kicked out once you get right.
Honestly, I think that's an update, and I think that was done by admin.
Right.
Nah, it tells
So,
you who it's
like,
done by.
so with that, right, with my sorry, really quick, with my ticket, right? So obviously I don't think I was tripping as much as people think that I was tripping, especially considering the fact that admin dropped that rep. So currently I only have one rep on my record, even though it says two, but I clarified that with admin. They agreed that it was wrong. So that's my side. I can't say what's right, what's wrong, but that's my side.
Okay, copy. You guys, I got 2 reps, okay? If you look at the rep channel, I got 2 reps.
Two?
I have two
It's
reps.
two of them.
I have 2 reps, okay? So, and I want to speak on a situation. So, and just in case nobody knows the reason why I've been frustrated. So, while I was on vacation, I spawned in at HP. I went to headed to Southgate to get in my car, and I had 20 Flatline members say that they were trying to kidnap me. I had gang members out there calling me out my name. They shot the tires out my car, wouldn't let me in, and I got a rep for failure to RP, which I don't know why, because how do you RP 10 gang members? But that's neither here or there. But you guys, listen, with this situation, y'all not alone, okay? Let me just say that, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Um, just so you guys know, right? I've been playing this game for over a year and a half, and one rule as it relates to admins: once they end up on the floor right in front of you, matter of fact, admins aren't even supposed to use their mic towards you. If you know that, they can get punished for doing stuff like that because the moment an admin is on the floor, helper, administrator, moderator, whatever they are, the moment they're on the floor, they are disrupting RP because their presence alone creates a type of gravity where players won't feel comfortable to RP, so they shouldn't be doing it. They should always be in the sky. The moment they're on the floor, it's a non RP situation, which is why they cannot flag players for RP 13 or things like that. The only thing they can flag you for is like RP 14 and chat 4, which would be disrespecting an admin. But other than that, they are not supposed to be on the floor, and I can tell you that's a fact. If the admins are telling you otherwise, it's because they know they're doing something wrong. And you should know, I'm telling you. I've been playing this game for a good while and I know the community manager himself. means you're not supposed to do that as an admin. And if they've been doing it, it's brainwashing. I'm telling you.
Okay, copy.
So can I rant then? Okay, so shortly after my the incident for me singing at the gate during hiring event, right? The next day, right, I was on my uttermost best behavior, okay? Tell me why I'm speaking to somebody that came up to Southgate to get hired, right? And they were in medical faction. However, they were in civilian clothes because they were on vacation, right? Without NRP, without anything. An admin spoke aloud and said, and I don't have it on body camera, else I would have done something about it. But they said they are not a civilian, or sorry, no, they said they are not in a faction. They are not in a faction. And then another admin corrected them out loud. And I'm like, hello? Okay, so y'all want to get me, but ain't nobody recording this part right here? Weird. Funny, but okay.
Okay.
I can give you
got it.
clarification. Sorry, NRP, my phone died. But yes, in that video, if you watch it closely, multiple soldiers, or no, there was 2 soldiers asking for BCs. Um, the soldier that took that video ran around the whole base. The base was not locked down. There was
Not
lower
that one.
ranking
Not
asking
that one.
for
Not that one,
BC.
Oakland. Miss
Huh?
Oakland. He's not talking about that video. It's a different one.
Oh, okay. Cause I was like, oh, the one I got a rep for too. I also got 2 reps. If you guys want to check the rep channel, I do also too got 2 reps.
What?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
you get
Yeah.
to.
It's crazy.
So,
I ain't gonna lie.
so you
Like
guys, we can't
NRP
sit here
squad.
and to be honest, we can't sit here and have a conversation about admin. I do know that you guys are frustrated with admin. You know, I share the same frustration, but we can't sit here and talk about this, okay?
Yeah, they gonna ban us.
Bruh, they can. Oh my god, there is no way this is literally happening. I completely understand that you guys you feel oppressed, but they're not supposed to. Oh my god, never mind, bruh.
No, but
You gotta
Sarcodex,
understand. They got
Sir,
power tripping.
go
No,
ahead, sir.
because all right, cheese, they're not supposed to be doing stuff like that because if you use NRP, which means nothing in the game, or like, non-role play, like something you say that's non-role play, you are able to say that you don't think what admin did was fair. And there's a reason why when you make a report, it's only an administrator or the CM that can reply to that report. A moderator or a helper cannot do that at the end of the day. And if you report a specific administrator, then that administrator cannot reply to your ticket. There's a reason for this. They're not supposed to be doing that.
Nah, that's cap. That's cap, bro. That's cap. Listen, you gotta understand, bro. They power trip just like regular people that play this game power trip. They go stick up for one another, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing this for a minute. They're gonna stick up for one another just like we go stick up for each other, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's all.
Copy out. We get it. I listen. I don't want to cut nobody off on this conversation right now, but I don't know who's being free cam right now. Anybody can be free cammed in this room, so we're not gonna talk about this right now. I don't want to get another rep, so we're not gonna talk about this right now.
I thought I got banned, Gail. I thought I got banned. Oh my god.
Like
I'm gonna
I
take the
seriously
building
don't want
outside
another
out.
rep. But any other questions that are not about admin?
No, I think we exhausted everything that we need to talk about at this moment.
Okay, you guys.
What the fuck?
Everybody can be dismissed. We can call a training after I have a conversation with Ma'am Sophia and Ma'am Unknown.
No, for real. Group hug, for real.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
what I'm talking about. Group hug.
Okay.
Miss Disrespectful, can you come back?
We not supposed to be talking like that.
Yeah. So okay, Miss Oakland, can you meet me, Miss Sophia, and Miss Unknown and RT, please?
Yes, ma'am. My bad, y'all. Again, for real, for real.
Hey, so what I do?